Hey, what's up everyone? I hope all of you had an amazing day. So, last night we talked about number one, feel it. So did you take that time for yourself to get away from all of the distractions and just feel what you were going through? To acknowledge what you were going through? Did you express all your anger, fear, hurts, and pain to God? If you did, know that He heard you. Now allow Him to do the work inside of you that He wants to do. Now, let's talk about number two, own it. Own your own stuff. No matter how big or how small your role was in the demise of your marriage, there was still something in there that you had a role in. I don't say this to add guilt on top of grief. That's not what the point is. The point is when you take stock of what you did to contribute to this whole breakdown, it enables you to learn what to do better next time. If you just look at it and blame it all on your spouse, talk about how none of this was your fault, then you will not really learn anything that you can take to make your future better. You know, I heard this today. No one has ever blamed their way into a better future. So, kind of on that thought, own your own piece of the pie. Take responsibility for the things that you did that contributed to the lack of connection, the misinterpretation, the anger, and figure out how to deal with that in a way that you don't carry those same habits into your next relationship. Something that was very, very difficult for me was forgiving myself for all the wrong that I did. See, when we ask God to forgive us, He does. But when it comes to forgiving ourselves, it is so difficult to do. Don't live this way and keep replaying all the wrongs that you've done. This will destroy you. I did this for the first part of my separation, and it does no good. Acknowledge what you have done. Confess it and move on. So, number one, feel it. Number two, own it. Now, number three, release it. There are a million hurts and losses in your story that can never be repaid. Never. Nights that she spent alone, sleeping at someone else's house. Dinner, alone with your kids while he was out whining and dining another lover. The finances, paying the attorney, these huge, huge things that could never be repaid. And as much as you would like to see there be some sort of retribution, you can't make that happen. Only God can make that happen. So, in order for you to move on to your own future without carrying that baggage of what you're feeling from those losses, from what was stolen from you, you have to let it go. As hard as it is, you have to let go of it in order for you to make the most of your next relationship, your next step, your of today. Release that. Let God take care of the consequences. Let him or her feel the consequences of their own choices. And let that be enough while you just go on with your life, your day, growing in Christ, growing in your ability to love people around you the way Christ loves you. And just let go of it. Answer this question and come to a good, firm conclusion. What do you own? What do you need to release? Why do you need to let those things be buried in the ground and grieve so that you can move on? Take these things and just begin to think about how to use them to turn your focus from the past to the future. When you work through these things, it allows you to have that emotional energy that was all wrapped up in dealing with these past things and putting it towards taking the next right step. And that's really where you want to go from here, is making your life be something that honors God with your next right step. So you have some work to do. Go back and listen to this again to make sure you didn't miss anything. Continue to do the healing work right now. Thank you for joining me tonight. Come back tomorrow as we will be talking about loneliness. Have a great rest of the night, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Be encouraged.